Hello everyone. Someone noticed in one of my previous videos, I think it was on the head unit, these two metal switches I've got either side. So I just thought I'd do a quick video explaining what they are. So these are detent switches to control the air conditioning compressor on that side and the air recirculation control on that side. So this is a 1989 Jaguar XJS V12 with the Delanair Mark III system. It's identifiable because you have this pull-out switch on this side for the manual and auto selection. And to be frank, I found it super annoying in the way it operates. So don't get me wrong, it's a big upgrade on the older Mark II style system, which was an electromechanical nightmare of micro switches and linkages and stuff that went wrong constantly. But I found the way it operated still not great. So what it does is it effectively keeps the AC on all the time. You have the fan control in anything but the off position. So when you have it off, the AC is off. But when you have it on, the AC is on permanently. And also the recirculation control, you know, the fresh air versus recirculated air, it seemed to keep it in recirc mode nearly enough in most of the time. So certainly when you had the heater off completely, you had it in max cold, and you had the fan in low, say, it was in recirculation mode. And yeah, I found this super annoying. It's kind of the opposite way around. I like it. I like fresh air all the time with the occasional recirculation. I don't live in a desert with sandy conditions, etc. And likewise here in the UK, I didn't want the AC running constantly and having to sit in a constant stream of dehumidified air no matter what the weather is. I don't think that's a particularly healthy thing to do, and it's particularly unnecessary. But I do like the AC in the summer. That's basically the only time I use it. You know, my default setting is cold, AC on and fan on low for pretty much all the driving I do in the summer. I don't really vary around that. So how this works then? Well, the air conditioning switch on that far side is very simple really. It just intercepts the electro feed to the clutch on the air conditioning compressor in the engine bay. So I've got it linked up to just interrupt that feed directly. It's quite a low current draw, I think it's only 3 amps, something like that, so these switches are more than adequate. You could intercept the fuse connection in the engine bay, or indeed you could remove this panel to access the climate control ECU just up in here and work out which of the very small wires is the AC compressor control and intercept it there. So the AC one on that far side just there is a very simple intercept switch to the AC circuit. So I either have it on in accordance with what the car wants it to be, or off. And like I say, the car keeps it on pretty much all the time. So the other switch just here for the recirculation control, so that's fresh air, that's recirculated. This is linked into the recirculation vacuum solenoid. So behind this panel, if you remove it, towards the centre of the car, there are 4 vacuum solenoids that control the vacuum controlled aspects of the climate control. I can't remember what all of them are off the top of my head, but there's the recirculation, there's the centre vent flap, there's the heater valve, the water valve in the engine bay, and I think it's one of the other flaps, possibly to the defrost vents at the top here. So yeah, there's 4 valves in there. You have to find the one for the recirculation control. You can find it in the Delanair Mark III and heating control diagrams online, and you intercept the wiring and put it through that switch. So I've got that wired just to a 12-volt source so I can control the solenoid completely independently. So here is the solenoid in question. I had to remove one from the car because one of mine failed. I think it was the centre vent one, so my centre vent wasn't opening at all. But yeah, here it is. So these kind of sit in the, I can't remember which way they're around, I think they're like that in the car. Made by Eaton. Made in Monaco. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? I've been to Monaco once. I wonder where the factory is in Monaco that made those. That's very unusual. If anybody knows, please let me know below in the comments. It's not often you see made in Monaco on any sort of automotive or manufactured part. So I will just demonstrate the recirculation control working. So allow me to just start the car. So this is currently set on fresh air, and if you look up here under the pedal, we're looking for this. Let me just put the light on, 1 second. We're looking at this flap just here. See, I can open that just there. That is the recirculation flap. So that's connected with a mechanical linkage to the fresh air flap just out here. So when you open the recirc, it closes the fresh air and vice versa. So you can see that's currently closed. If I just press this switch, it will activate the vacuum, and we will hopefully see this. See that gradually opening there? This flap just here. So there we go, so that's pretty much fully open now, so that's in recirculation mode. Oh, did it catch on something just then? I think it did, but yeah, it's pinged all the way open now. So you can hopefully see the fan's just in there. And then if I press this switch again, so let's just turn our manual control back off. We will hopefully see this close. I think it does take a bit of time for kind of the system to work. It is like a vacuum operated system. I think I can see it very slowly moving. Oh, there we go. So the vacuum's been removed from the solenoid, and you can see that's closing now. And this is consequently opening the flap right up on the other side of this airbox, the fresh air flap, and now we have full fresh air. And that's it really. Two little changes to the heater controls on these earlier Jaguar XJSs, which I think have a big difference and make a big difference on the usability and the comfort level of the car. Obviously, if you have a facelift XJS, you can look away because you have buttons here for recirc and AC anyway. One thing to just bear in mind on the AC side is obviously when you have this off like this, you also no longer have the use of your fuel cooler in the engine bay. So in the low side of the AC circuit, there's a fuel cooler that would cause the fuel return to the tank. So your fuel tank temperature could increase on a long journey from all the recirculating fuel. Will that cause an issue? Well, maybe. It really depends on your local environment, how hot your local temperatures are, how you use your car, and I guess how full your tank is. So, thank you for watching. I hope that helps and provides a little bit of insight. Cheerio, please subscribe, and I'll see you for more Jaguar XJS videos.